brought to you by Stay Creative Clothing. Stay comfortable, stay cool, stay creative.
Thanks everybody for tuning in to another episode of Under the Pressure. It's your host Quasi Lotus. Got a good friend of mine, my boy Starkz here. What's going on? What's popping with you?
What's good? What's good?
You can talk straight to this when you want to. We can talk to each other. How everything been going with you, man?
Been good, man. Just slow grind, but slow grind better than no grind. That's a fact. So I'm just, building. That's what I got to do.
Keep moving. I feel you. Keep moving. Don't stop. Don't ever stop. You know what I'm saying? So, we in Charlotte right now, man. But I saw on your profile you're not from here, man. Tell the people where you're from.
So I've been living here, basically, we could say about 10 years so far, but I'm originally from Brooklyn, from East New York, if you want to know exactly where, for all my people that want to question it. So, yeah, I went to elementary school out here and everything. I actually started that like in 5th grade, but for the most part, I've just been back and forth between here and Brooklyn. That's my home. Charlotte, my home now, but that's the main spot.
So would you say most of your like schooling and education was done down here up north?
I would say most of it was done down here. Since 5th grade, I've been out here, so I went to Martin Middle School, I went to Vance after that, and then from here I've just been kind of back and forth. But up there I went to maybe like 3 or 4 different elementary schools in Brooklyn. Okay.
So before you came here, how was life in New York? Like, I know down here it's probably not as fast paced as up there, but how was life before you moved here, I guess, in New York?
Being that I was like elementary school age, it wasn't like, oh, it's crazy, like why we doing this? It was just like, I don't want to be here because there's nothing to do. Right. But as I got older and stuff, you got more freedom to do things and you start seeing more things and whatnot. So, the only complaint I have is I just wish the club stayed open later. Outside of that, it's cool. It's cool. It is slow. Things a little different as far as like regulations and stuff. And going back up there, I have way more fun just because it's a lot more fast paced. But you can still find things to do out here, live life, have fun, make money. So true. I've adjusted. I can say that.
True. I feel you. What are some of the things you coming up? What are some of the things that you like aspired to be as a kid?
So I feel like I always might have really wanted to do music because my stepfather was a DJ. So like he had the turntables and stuff in the house. I'm in the house, my mother and them playing music or whatever. He'll let me come back there, switch songs, mess with the turntables a little bit, but the only other real thing I was looking into doing is maybe being an accountant, which is kind of weird for a kid. But I was always about money and numbers, so that was me. But after that, I was like, yeah, I can't do this. Let me just keep writing these bars.
Are you doing any kind of like accounting work now?
Nah, I don't even get into it. Like, I don't even get close to it. The most I do is my taxes. After that is
but that's a blessing, though. You ain't got to pay nobody for it.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
I might have to hit you up for my taxes next season.
I got you.
You got any, just kind of going more into your life, you got any, like, kids or anything?
Nah, so no kids. I got 3 brothers and 3 sisters, so I'm actually the oldest out of all of my siblings.
Okay.
With that, my mother and my father both have 3 kids, including myself, and then my stepfather has 3 kids, and I count those as my siblings overall, too. So I'm the oldest out of everybody else.
Dang.
And it's just that if you're an older sibling, you got that responsibility all the time. You can't slack. You got to be on top of everything. So that actually helped me out, even though I was just like, can y'all leave me alone for a little bit.
True. So no kids, but you got you got a lady in your life?
Yeah, so me and my girl been together for, I want to say like a year and a half now. Don't quote me on that because I don't want no problems. But it's been like, she comment.
Like 2 years, 3 months today.
But we've been together for about a year and a half. Right now, she's in school. She go to UNCG. She's actually in school to be a lawyer. So I've been trying to kind of assist her with getting life on track and everything because I'm a little advanced in just paying bills, getting money and stuff. And she's still on the back end trying to get to that point. So
I understand that college life, man. And a lot of times just, I was a broke college student, you know what I'm saying? I had bills, but it wasn't like, I was out here balling, you know what I'm saying, had a nice savings, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't work when they're in school.
Yeah,
it's hard, especially she's trying to be a lawyer. I know that's a lot of work.
Yeah, she don't do too much like, I'm about to go do this, and this, partying and stuff. She more focused on, let me get all my school stuff done, make sure my stuff is paid for and everything. So I appreciate her for that. So I ain't got to be stressing. But also because I know she'll be on top of everything once she do get to where she want to be.
Right. Where you working at now?
So right now I'm actually working at Allstate. I've been there for about 2 years or so. And I mean, it's work is work, a job is a job, money is money. You need to get it, but just trying to get myself situated on my own business thing, get my entrepreneur thing going on.
True. I mean, you said you said earlier you about to get a promotion, so big ups on that.
Yeah, do appreciate that. I need that extra money. Same hours, less work, more money though. So helping myself get up out that door.
Right. That's more time and money you can start dedicating to your music now.
Exactly.
So kind of getting into music before we get into you personally, because I'm gonna ask some personal questions about you.
Okay.
Just talking about music, how do you feel like music is today? Like, what do you feel like the direction of music is? Like, positive, negative, kind of in the middle? Like, everybody do their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm kind of in a gray area for it because I used to be like, you know how you got those people is like. Back in the day, like I used to be the back in the day person, but I'm 25. I gotta just take it for what it is. I'm not that old to be saying, oh, back in my day, X, Y, Z was happening. It's just worrying about how they looking at music, and I don't think, as far as like rap and hip hop, it came from a era of everybody was like, we going through a struggle, we trying to get out of what we in, we letting people know what we going through and everything. Now it's just kind of like it elevated. Is at a point where everybody just wants to be a part of it because it elevated to that level, and now everybody wants to have fun. So you got to take the evolution for what it is. You can't really be mad at the people that they want to call mumble rappers or this is not real hip hop, because it's not what it used to be. Everything got to evolve. You just got to take it for what it is at this point.
Do you have any like favorite artists of like, you know, today's times?
From today's times,
like top 3.
If I got a top 3, I would say. My personal favorite would be Big Sean. Out of anybody that came out saying maybe about 2007 after. I would say Big Sean, J. Cole, and Kendrick. That's the top 3. No particular order, but I would have to have a little more favoritism toward Big Sean.
I'm about to say, you got Big Sean and Kendrick. You know, they got a little beef. You got them in the same top 3. That's what's up, though.
I mean, they all serve their purposes in hip-hop to me. Like, they do what they're supposed to do. You got... Cole is the more I'm a laid back, give you the stories, let you know about my life. He's good at making that type of music. You got Sean, he can give you the wordplay, flashy, but also can let you know the positive things. And then on the back end, you got Kendrick, who's a monster lyrically overall. And the way his projects are always put together is crazy. So just like you gotta appreciate the lanes that they in overall. So I don't have one particular, I gotta just listen to all trap or it's all conscious. Give me a good mix of everything.
You got any like I'm gonna give you top 5 on this one, but I'm gonna say favorite of all time. I'm gonna give you top 5. There's a little bit more time in there. So
personally, my favorite artist would be Fabulous. I think he's like underrated. Like,
he got a lot of bars.
He got bars.
I'm liking his mixtapes lately. He been putting out. I'm like, damn, bro, going ham right now.
See, yeah, that's what I got on. Like, I like the early Fab too, where he give you the, let me give you a couple bars, but I'm making these singles for the females and everything. But as he done advanced as a rapper, the soul tapes and everything that you putting out give you more like just life, appreciative of what you're going through. So I would say for me, that's my number 1 overall. I wouldn't say lyrically in that order, but that's my number 1 overall. Outside of that, all time, that's kind of tough.
That's why I was trying to give you 5 instead of 3.
It's tough. I would still put Kendrick in there all time. No particular order though. Jay-Z and Nas, of course, and then I gotta go with Biggie. I'm the Brooklyn boy, so I gotta go with Biggie. That would be my top 5 for me.
That's nice. I know Kendrick would love to, be in that top 5 with Tupac.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
He would be.
You got Biggie in there. You Biggie over Tupac?
I gotta go Biggie over Tupac. I feel like Pac was that cultural icon that nobody is ever going to be again. I don't see it happening, but lyrically, Biggie was a monster with the styles, the flows. It was crazy. So
he had a certain swag about him too. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out, no disrespect to big people, but him being a big dude, he had a lot of swag. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
He was who he was,
and he acknowledged it at that. Acknowledged it and said, "I can still pull your girl." So.
Right. Most times, I'm pretty sure he did. You got like a favorite genre of music you like to listen to most times?
For the most part, it would probably just be hip-hop, but I'm not really opposed to anything else. You might really catch me listening to almost anything. I try to draw inspiration from other music. So, funny story, though. I was listening to Sheryl Crow with my girl one day. She was wilding, like, why are we listening to this? I'm like, because you got to feel the cadence on the joint, like, everything, you just got to pull from something else. So, everybody got their own different walks in life. It might be a main particular genre that everybody has dear to their heart, but for me, it's hip hop. But if you put me around anything, if it's nice, I'm a rock with it. You might catch it on my phone.
Okay, well, going down that direction, I know this might be a little tough, but give me a song that you would go to. Like, what's your go-to song?
My go-to song for almost anything is Fabulous Sacrifices. If you haven't heard it, please listen to it. It's just like if you come from a struggle and you listen to the lyrics of what he's talking about and how the beat is laid out, how he laid the vocals and everything, is a deep song. It's not deep on a J. Cole Kendrick level, but it's deep on it. If you look at the perspective of the people that he's talking about in the song, you'll be like, all right, I feel that. So that's my go-to song. I can listen to that no matter what it is. I'm going to play it. I'm not going to skip nothing. It's going to play all the way through.
I like Fab's work. I like that song too. I feel like you said, people getting a kind of a feel for the music. You know what I'm saying? It's like it ain't got to be that, like you said, that J. Cole like super in depth. But it's like if I've been through it, like I can just feel it. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it be songs like that. I can't speak on my personal favorite right now because mine switch up depending on the day. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how I feel.
I feel that you gotta have something for the mood.
Well, now getting into you personally now, what is your, because I know you said you produce music.
Yes.
What's your favorite song that you've produced?
Favorite song that I've produced? It's a song I put out maybe, I want to say about 3 years ago. I actually got a single out right now. It's called Flip, so check that out. I actually got that out. Yeah, we got to plug that. Got that on iTunes and everything. So anything you can stream it on, you can listen to it. But my favorite song that I've probably done myself, I haven't even released it, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's a work in progress. I recently kind of got to a point where I felt like I was doing a lot of like, let me just try to keep up with what everybody else was doing, and then I wasn't really being true to how I felt overall. So it's a song I recently wrote, just kind of speaking on some things that was going on in my life, like my relationship with my mother and stuff like that, my brother and my relationship with him, how everything going with me and my girl, and kind of just what I want overall out of life. So the song hasn't come out yet. I'll probably put it out sometime by the end of the year, but it's kind of close to me, so I haven't really, like, I go back, listen to it, change up lyrics and stuff on it. It's like a living song for me. So
okay.
Hopefully I feel comfortable enough to put it out by the end of the year.
But I say one day you'll finally put it out.
Yeah.
That's what's up though. That's pretty deep. I know a lot of people got, not saying struggle, but a lot of people, it's that fear of being completely open. You know what I'm saying? And being completely vulnerable. I'm learning that myself being a host of a show, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it is what it is. You gotta let people know you if you want them to, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
See you and respect you.
You gotta keep it true. If they can't see the trueness in you, they don't want to deal with you.
Right. You talked earlier about, your dad DJing and stuff like that. Like, were there any other things that kind of motivated you? Like, I really want to do music, like be passionate for music?
Outside of that, like, in New York, let me say this. Rest in peace to my Aunt Jerry. She passed away a couple years ago. But going to her house and stuff, she used to live in the pink houses in East New York. So we used to go to her house a lot. She used to play a lot of music and stuff like that. So over there, just kind of vibing out with my family, listening to like the old school, the typical black old school cookout family reunion type songs and stuff like that. Yeah, so like listening to that and like stuff that my mother used to play in the house, just cleaning and stuff, walking around and just living life, kind of got me to a point where when I finally actually moved out here, one day, I think it was maybe 8th grade, we were in class, everybody just freestyling, and I used to always write, but I never really just like put anything out or spit anything in front of anybody. So we just freestyling in class one day. I spit something, everybody was like, yo, that's kind of dope, you should keep writing, like, you got some more stuff? And I'm like, yeah, I got a whole notebook of stuff. So I just spit, and they like, oh, this is fire. We going crazy in the class. And at that point, I was like, yeah, I think I can like do this, because I like the feeling of how everybody else felt when I spit what I spit, and they like, oh, that's hard, or I feel what you're saying. So from there, that just kind of got me on the point where I just felt like music was the thing for me. I know I can do that, make money, and be happy overall. So that was it for me.
Damn, that's a dope story. Honestly, I've dabbled in rapping a little bit, but it would never know, like, I just want to freestyle in front of people, like, do it in front of people. I just like put it on the track.
It's awkward though when you first start. Like, I can't think of any rappers that I know is just like, oh, I just came out and I was just spitting and I was just confident. Like, it's awkward. It's just like if you gotta do a speech you get those like jitters beforehand, like, yeah, I'm nervous, I really don't want to do it, but I got to. And then once you get into it, you get comfortable in most cases. That's how it was. And from there, it was just like, if I have something I feel like I could put out, I'll spit it in front of people. Once I get comfortable around them, I just got to make sure you're the type of person I want to let know, because I try to keep things personal. So,
what do you love most about the music? Producing the beat, writing the tracks, performing, managing people, helping them out. Like, what do you love about the music?
I don't think that there's an avenue that I don't like. Like,
that's dope.
For myself, I prefer to be like the artist. I want to write, go on tours. I want to have people, feel what I'm saying. But at the same time, just as I got older and looking at the progress that I made, just thinking about it, it was just like, I know if I have another artist that's better than me, that I feel is personally better than me, or has a better story that people can relate to, I have ideas where I can help them put something out. So, like, overall, with the production and everything and writing, I just feel like there's an avenue for me in it, regardless of what it is, whether I'm the actual artist or I'm behind the scenes. So, like, everybody tells me, like, out of the people I do music with, they tell me I'm like the Dame Dash of the group. I always got ideas. I think this should go X, Y, Z. Yeah. So, it's just, if I can help you, I want to help you. If you can do something, you got an idea, and you don't know how you want to present it, it really doesn't take me that long to say, look, I think you should do it this way. And I think people gravitate to that with me because they see the potential in what can be done if they have somebody that believes in them.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's good to be versatile in the game. Like I said, you talking about yourself being Dame Dash. Dame Dash got the money, you know what I'm saying? Not saying I don't know, I'm not going to say he's on Jay-Z level, but dude getting paid, and he always staying innovative with different stuff he can do. Because that's really, I feel like that's really the main thing people need to do is stay relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like people talk mess about people switching lanes, but it's like, hey, that's versatility. You know what I'm saying? This person's still getting paid while you trying to resurrect something that's already dead.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But speaking of, going into that and talking about, like, being versatile and going and just being successful. Tell us about some of the successes you've had in music so far.
So it's a couple things I've actually done that's kind of boosted my confidence as an artist. Like just getting a couple shows, performing in front of people, getting that feedback from the crowd and the fans when you get back down and everybody's like, yo, people want to work with you and stuff like that. Also helping other people put out projects and things like that. My homie Rig put out a project a couple years ago called Speak. I didn't do any like production or anything like that on it, but overall, as far as like how he put it out, had a little bit of input on it. He wasn't in the city at the time, so we just kind of communicated back and forth. Sent me some songs, I listened to a couple songs, give him my feedback on it. And people to this day tell him that the project is good, they like the project. We're working on doing other stuff now, but those are my successes. I haven't put out anything myself yet as far as like a full-fledged project other than some like bass stuff. Not really too much, but like we got a couple singles out and stuff like that people mess with. And I'm proud of that, just being able to put it out, even if it hasn't gotten the traction I wanted to have. Just having the ability to say I could put it out, I ain't to work for nobody else to do it, anything like that, that was good for me.
Now with the successes we talked about, and I know there come struggles as well, tell us about some of the struggles you went through.
It's more struggles than success, I can tell you that.
That's how it is on the way up, man.
But that's life though. You gotta go through the struggles to get to the success. So like we've had some times where we can't record, we don't have the money to record. Or we don't have the equipment anymore because things break. We gotta take a break, get the money back, and just kind of start from the ground up. Dealing with shady people in the business and things like that. It's a lot of things that come with trying to do this on your own because you really don't have like the guidance that a record label would be able to give you. So it's been a couple things that have happened overall, just like going out of town, doing a couple shows, not getting paid for them, stuff like that, or even putting out songs, the song gets scrapped, or working with other artists and they take parts of your lyrics and stuff like that and use it on their own and stuff like that. It happens, like it's a part of the game. You just gotta grow from it and learn from your mistakes from there. Don't really let it hinder you. And then that's how I kind of looked at it. At the time, I might have been mad. And I'm like, we ain't dealing with them, I ain't messing with them no more. Tired of this, but it's like, I mean, it's gonna happen. It happened to artists on the biggest level, so you just gotta accept it for what it is and come out of it. Learn from your mistakes.
Right. So I follow you on Facebook. but I noticed that you had like, you know, kind of, you said you was revamping or like bringing it back.
Yeah.
Was it like a break you took, or it was just like, I'm gonna just, you know, get some things together and then put it back out, or it was just like something happened and you was like, let me just put it down for a minute?
So it's basically I want to call it a rebrand.
Okay.
I won't call it a revamp. I'm still dealing with the same people. It's a rebranding. We had a label that I started with a couple people I did music with. It's called the Av Entertainment. We put out a couple songs under that, and just business issues, differences between everybody. Really didn't have like problems where we all fell out, but it was just like different mindsets of where we want to take everything. So I said, I'm gonna take a step back and do my own thing, and basically start something that I want to do and get some other people around me that want to do that. So the thing was, I changed the label I was dealing with from the Av Entertainment to Saratoga Starkz.
Okay.
And it's just basically something that I want to do outside of just rap, and find other people that, you know, do production and want to put out songs, do movie scores, commercials, things like that. Because everybody always shoots to be that artist that's on tour, but you can also make money doing music without having to actually be in that light.
Yep.
You can always do commercials, you can write for other people. There's a lot of other things that you can do. So once I kind of realized the business mind I kind of had for it, just kind of getting the money together for that and everything, I think that's more of what I would like to do. So I'm just trying to reach out to other people and get that situated, and hopefully we can have something set up and done, even like some little skits and stuff like that, using our music, put some people in there and kind of help other people get on instead of just focusing on ourselves all the time.
True. I hear a lot. That's one of my interviews I did with my friend Brian. He was saying that's one of the things that Charlotte's missing as a whole is like collaboration. You know what I'm saying? People wanting to work together. Because you got big cities like Atlanta, New York, you know what I'm saying, LA. Those cities have a lot of people who are there and they know what they're there for. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like people here, they're just like, I don't want to do it 100%. I just want to give him 50. You know what I'm saying? But it's like everybody got to collaborate on 100% if we're going to really do this.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I feel like it is a community for it, for underground artists as far as hip-hop goes, because with other genres, I see they have communities, they can make money, go on tour and stuff, it's not a problem.
Right.
The thing with what I see with us is, as far as hip-hop, everybody wants to do it a certain way, and they want to be the first, instead of saying, we all did it together, and that's what really kind of hinders people. I mean, if you're in a certain lane and you have the money, you can do it by yourself. But if you don't have the money, it would make more sense to collaborate with other people and get the money together. Like, I want to reach out to people and maybe, like, put a little showcase or tour together with just, you know, Charlotte artists.
Mm-hmm.
Like, period. We can all just come together, everybody put up our money, we spend money on our own venues and stuff like that. And I'm saying that because I feel like if anybody else has that idea, put that out there and do it. If you watch this, I want y'all to do it too, because it can show other people to do it. I don't got to be the person to do it myself. So that would be something that, like, even Houston, Atlanta, Florida, like those other places that are not New York and LA, that have a real cult following for music, that's what they do. And people in Charlotte just need to do the same thing, follow suit and get the money.
Right. Let's talk about some of the projects you worked on or been working on.
Okay, cool. I have a lot of things going on in my mind. So, like, I have a project I'm actually putting out, hopefully, I want to say in the next 3 or 4 months or so. It's actually called Jobs, just Jobs. It's an EP, about 5 tracks or so, and I was going to go with a little, like, storyline for it, but I'm kind of scaling back from that. But overall, it's just kind of about life. You know, we all have jobs, even though we really don't want to work them or do them, but it's necessary. So, just kind of building on that theme, and with that, want to put that out there as like my first project. I'm really like deep into concepts now, so I have something else I'm working on. I'm trying to put out next year. I don't know what the name of it is going to be, but I'm kind of driving it to be hopefully a full-length album.
Okay.
Like maybe about 12 to 15 songs or so, a couple skits on it, but I think we are missing a lot of that, like actual storytelling on albums outside of just, or for mainstream, let me say that, because there's a lot of artists that do that. I don't want to take or discredit them, but I think that's what I'm going to end up kind of actually going with. Also working on my homie Ridge project with him. He has something coming out. He doesn't have a title for it yet, but I think he's about 5 or 6 songs in on that. My brother is actually locked up right now. He gets out on the 26th, my brother Black. So I'm working on something with him too. We don't know what he's going to call that yet, but I actually have like a joint project I'm doing with him. So we have maybe about 3 or 4 songs that I have with him. And outside of that, just kind of working on this production tape with my homie High Tunes. He really makes most of the production on anything you'll hear me on. So with that, I just kind of collaborate. Let's change this, tweak it up, and get that situated. But I'm working on a tape with him too. He'll probably do most of the production on this other tape I'm doing, and that's everything I actually have going on right now. So yeah, it's a lot. I'm just trying to, when I do get situated, make sure I got more coming and keeping everything running.
Do you have a concept yet for the full length album you want to come out with? You say you don't have a name, but
yes, I got a concept for it. So the concept is kind of like, if you look at life, it's a lot of different like personalities you gotta kind of have to stay relevant and to also be happy. So I'm kind of basing it off of maybe like my 3 or 4 personalities I feel like I have, like the business side of me. Then you also got the hustler side where I give you the quick ideas. You got the romantic side, I deal with my girl and stuff like that. And then you just got the I would call it the artistic nerdy side. So you got that, and I'm just trying to put them all together and let people know like you can be more than one person. You don't have to be in a certain classification. I feel like a lot of people feel like you have to be a certain type of way to do a certain type of thing, and there's really no mold for what you have to do. It's just how you perceive it and how you want to do it. And I think that actually helped a lot of people. For me, it's not even really that challenging for me to do it, but that's why I feel like I'm gonna have to do it as long as it will be, and it's gonna actually be a full-length album, because I have a lot to say from each of those personalities.
True, I feel you on that. That sounds real versatile. You got versatile projects, and you already working versatily, doing music, producing, writing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do all these different things.
Yeah.
It just sounds like overall you're just real versatile with music in general. Even your mind is. You know what I'm saying? And that's really good to hear. I know you talked about people that you've already collaborated, like with friends and stuff like that. Are you looking out for, to find others to collaborate with as well?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking for other people to collaborate with. One person I do want to shout out is my homie Tony P, man. He has a project that I've heard. He put it out. It's called Phase God EP. It's on, I have it on iTunes. I don't know if it's on anything else, but shout out to him, man. His projects are dope. His concepts are dope. He does his own video work and everything. That's actually a up-and-coming artist, in my opinion. I'm trying to get to his level. He's pretty good, in my opinion. And we've had a couple talks about getting some songs put together, but something always falls through and we can't ever get it situated. So hopefully I can do something with him in the future. That's one person I'm looking out. Hopefully I can get something done with.
What are you looking for, like, as far as, I know we talked about, you said you are collaborating with people and you were looking to collaborate, like, if somebody were to come to you, like, what are you looking for, like, collaboration-wise?
It kind of depends on what they want to do, because I do have, like, so many things I can work in. It's just what would you need from me to collaborate. Like, if you are looking for production, I can help with the production, kind of steer you in how you want to get everything situated. I do a lot of engineering for myself, so I mix my own songs when I do record them. So if that's what you're looking for, I can help you with that. If you're an R&B artist or a person that you need a writer, I'll write. Me and other people I know, we write songs. So I'll write for you. We can sit down, go over it, make sure it's everything that you want. Outside of that, if you just want a feature, I'll do a feature. It's just whatever you want to do, and I'll put actual time in, so I'm not going to look at it as, oh, it's your song, I ain't worried about it. Anything I put out, I feel like it has to be the best of the best.
True.
So I'll put time into it to let you know this is, I'm serious about it. I want you to feel like I put the effort in as if you were to pay me if you weren't paying me. So yeah.
You talking about, like, what people would need from you, I guess. What would you need, like, right now in your projects, or you already, like, covered?
I want to do something solo for myself right now, just to kind of give some people an idea of that, but I'm not outside of the idea of maybe doing, like, singles. Just put out a single, we can do a video for a track. It doesn't necessarily have to be on a project, but I'll definitely do collaboration on that, helping out with planning a couple things as far as, like, events and stuff like that, promotion. I'm really open to everything, but the main thing, I would love to be on anybody else's single that's looking for somebody that's really trying to drive themselves, like, say, hey, let's really push this song. So I'm open to that. So if you out there, just hit me up. I'm on Twitter, Well, I'm not on Twitter anymore. I can't do Twitter anymore. So I'm on Instagram, Saratoga Starkz, man. Just pull me up on there, and I got you.
I'm gonna put the tag in there too. I usually put it whenever I put somebody's name on there.
Cool.
Is Charlotte the place you want to be when you like doing music? Is that where you want to end up doing music?
I don't know. I'm having mixed feelings just because about the people I've come into contact with. I talk to a lot of people. I got a lot of people I deal with that just kind of give me insight on the music scene overall. So I'm just talking to them, like my homie Todd. He has his own company and everything. He give me a lot of ideas on you really don't got to go outside of the city. You really just want to network outside of the city and come back.
Yeah.
So I think this is a good place to kind of set up shop and everything. But I do want to venture out into maybe go out to Atlanta. Really may go back to New York in a couple years or so. Not 100% sure, but it just kind of depends on where the path takes me from here.
Okay. I just asked that because I know I saw your status the other day and it was saying like you was thinking about, you know, some other places outside of Charlotte. So I didn't know if Charlotte was a scene for you or you was just like you said, networking out of Charlotte and bringing it back.
And out of that conversation, out of that actual status, that's where I got that from. It was just, should I really leave or should I just stay and then branch out and kind of bring people here or go elsewhere? It's a double-edged sword. It's really like whichever one works for me. Right now I'm here, so I'm here. This is my base. But if I get opportunity that says, hey, we got you something out here in LA, I'm out.
Right, on that tip, he said communicate, because if you wouldn't put it up on your Facebook, like you said, you would just kind of...
Yeah, definitely communicate, man. I put out all my thoughts, so hopefully I get feedback on it. If I don't, I don't. I just figure it out from there, but I put it out because I know other people have that, will give you some insight. If I see it, I'll do the same thing, so...
True. What's some advice that you would give to anybody that's trying to pursue music, whether it be making, producing it, writing it, rapping it, whatever it is?
It's a lot of advice. Overall, like, I think this actually works for anybody. Networking is the key to success. Like, that's a top 5 thing to me. You have to network. Because if you don't tell anybody what you're doing, you don't know what anybody else has to offer you.
True.
So, you definitely got to network. Like, I've worked at Walmart in the deli, rapping while I'm cutting people food and stuff, and people like, oh, I know such and such, you work with Live Nation and everything, and they've had me in contact with those people. Like, nothing's come out of these things, but just speaking it into existence and letting people know what you are able to do, and just letting them know what you're looking to do. You never know who's going to be there. Like, I've met DJs at gas stations, people that don't even live in Charlotte. I just brush by them, they doing music, I'm just letting them know, yo, I do music too, stuff like that. Even if it's not music or directly what you do, because film, anything media-wise, if you do music, can help you out, period. It can get you to that next step where you might meet somebody that puts you on. Just make sure you network. Tell everybody what you're doing.
Network. I definitely understand that one. That's a big one. So, coming to close on music, what are some ventures that you like to do, or things that you like to do outside of music? What are some other things you like?
I love anime, man. I love anime. I watch anime all the time, and it kind of helps me with the music, just watching how creative it is and giving me concepts and aspects for it. I like that. Play video games, sports, you know, I go bowling. I do a lot. I really try to do a lot to stay like focused. So I try to make music the vocal point, but when you know, hit a writer's block type of deal and you can't write, you got to step outside of that and just do other things, make sure you live in life. So that, and I'm looking to actually start traveling too. I haven't been out of Charlotte for a while, so that's the next thing.
Travel is key, man. Get away and get your mind, you know what I'm saying, get your mind relaxed, get your body relaxed.
Need that extra inspiration sometimes, something away from what you're always looking at.
So you say you play games, you play video games. Xbox or PS4 guy?
I got an Xbox right now, man, but PS4 got all the exclusives that I want. They hurting me, they killing me on that. I started as a Xbox guy for a little bit when the 360 came out. Before that I was PlayStation die hard, I don't want to hear nothing. But now it's just like, I might have to just get a PS4, man. I need some of these games.
What's your go-to game?
Right now, I will play 2K almost every day. Injustice just came out, so I've been playing that. I actually was playing that right before, like, I went to my mother's house.
Did the second one?
Yeah, the new one just came out. So I was playing that. I've already been beat it and everything. Like, I binged it, went through it. I went hard on it. So I beat it, been playing online, kind of going through that. My man's is Green Lantern, so if you want to see me, you're gonna see the power ring. But that's what I'm on right now. I'm looking at some other games I'm trying to get, man. Some other people I can network on there, kind of link up, play some games and clear my mind. But right now, 2K and Injustice is what you have to see me on.
I'm gonna have to get your gamer tag. I got Xbox too. I play 2K a lot.
Bet. Yeah, we gonna have to do that.
Anime real quick before we end. What's some of the anime you watching now?
Oh, I'm on Attack on Titan right now.
That's everybody on
it. I know everybody on it right now. I'm on that right now. My Hero Academia. I'm watching that.
Okay.
That's on Funimation. I have the app on there, and I be killing that on my Xbox too. It's a lot of anime. Dragon Ball Super, that joint. That's been crazy. I think this probably has been one of their best story arcs overall from what I've seen them do. It's really well put together right now.
My homeboy Shank, I did him in my first interview, and he said the new Dragon Ball now is like crazy. I haven't seen it. I want to see it.
Crazy. Yeah, you need to watch it. It's crazy. It's like 90. I want to say 90 episodes in right now.
Dang,
it's crazy right now. It's a lot of stuff they got going on. Animation is wild on there. Outside of that, I'll always go back and watch Trigun. That's my favorite anime of all time. Dash the Stampede is my dude. It's so much. I mean, like, I don't want to miss nothing to watch.
You ever seen One Punch Man?
Yes. Waiting for that. One Punch Man.
They gotta have more episodes of that one. They gotta come with more seasons because he it's crazy how they keep they build up the intensity. You already know he'll win, but they build it up like he's gonna lose, and they be like, One Punch.
Yeah, it's crazy. I know they working on the second season for it, so I'm waiting for them to do that. Another thing I love Fairy Tail. I want them to finish that.
I haven't seen that one yet.
It's a good anime. I'm gonna say that. It's a real good anime. It's not a lot of filler. Like, people always tell me, go back and watch Bleach. Watch Bleach. I'm like, it's like a million episodes.
It's too many fillers.
It's a lot of filler. Man. I can't watch it. But with like Fairy Tail, it's like, we're gonna give you this quick 7 arc story with 7 episodes. We're gonna go to the next one. We're gonna go to the next one. Go back to the main story. Then we're gonna go to the next one, go back to the main story. So I love Fairy Tail. They stopped it, so hopefully they finish it out. I gotta catch up on the manga because I can't watch it no more. Outside of that, Yu Yu Hakusho, Gundam Wing, the classics.
I recently started watching Samurai Jack again.
Yeah, I'm on that.
From episode 1, I'm like, yo, this is nice. I forgot how good it was. I used to watch when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Tsunami and stuff like that when you were younger. But I ain't seen it in a minute. Now they're bringing it back.
See, when they first announced it, I watched the whole thing on Hulu, maybe in a month or so, all 50 episodes that they initially put out. Now they have the episodes, I think they did maybe about 7 or 8 of them, and they're on the last one actually coming out Saturday. So I'm like, damn, they done did this so good, I don't even want them to stop it. But I'm happy that they did bring that back. That was something I was happy to see, man.
Last one I'm going to bring up, you ever heard of 7 Deadly Sins? It's an anime.
Oh, yes.
Dog, that one is so trill, bro.
It's dope, man. It's dope. My roommate got me on it. That's iTunes again. He put me on it. So he was watching it. He told me about it. I went back and watched it. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
It's deep.
It's real deep, especially how they got the story arcs with everybody, what each character represented and everything. It's crazy. But the animation on that is crazy too.
Yeah. I think my most favorite part about anime is the stories they tell. Because a lot of times it's not just a story; it's usually a deeper meaning to it, and that's why I like those Asian, Eastern, world kind of films or productions or whatever. Because it just feel like it's not just entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm actually learning something. That's why I get so caught in a series, bro. Yeah. You actually start really learning something through it.
Yeah, or you peep things about yourself from a character, and you man, that kind of reminds me of me.
Right.
You're looking at it you know what? I feel that.
So coming to a close, I know we talked a lot about anime. You got any shout outs for anybody you want to give? I know you gave a couple throughout, but any other shout outs?
Oh man, I think I hit everybody in my team, man. I want to shout out overall anybody in Charlotte that's just working. You working, you taking care of your family, whether it's you doing music, you working at McDonald's, whatever it is. Just shout out everybody working hard, grinding, making money, putting food on the table. And outside of that, shout out my fam, my stepfather, of course. That's DJ Popeye Sweets, Pumpy Doo. You catch him all the time at Press Box with my uncle. That's also a DJ. That's Mountain Dew. Yeah, so they do a lot and they help me out a lot. Talk to them and get some inspiration from them and everything. Outside of that, my homie Zoe, he going through some things right now, working on some music and stuff with him. Oh man, it's a lot of people. I don't want to miss anybody, but that's the people that's in my camp, the people I deal with the most. Anybody else, I'm always open to interpretation. If you want to sit down and chop it up with me, give you whatever ideas I can, and hopefully you can use that and make success.
That's love right there. Usually I ask people when they do shout outs, they be like, I don't want to miss nobody. So I just be like, just get out where you need to get out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody else. That's what I usually do at the end. Tell the people where they can contact you at, man, so they can follow you and all that kind of stuff.
So yeah, man, you can catch me on Instagram, Facebook, Saratoga Starkz. Starkz spelled Starkz. Saratoga is kind of self-explanatory. But I'm going to spell it for y'all anyway because people be messing it up. So that's Saratoga. Saratoga Starkz. That's where you can catch me at. Oh, and shout out my homie Cormaine too. Can't forget about him. Me and him was working on some music when I first started. Actually linked with him and we were doing some things. So definitely got a shout out to him. Just recently getting back in contact with him. So hopefully we get some things situated with him too.
You got a website up for the business?
Do have a website I'm working on right now. StarkzMusic.com. You can go there, check out my I got a bio on there. About to start putting some videos up and a couple links to my songs. It's really a work in progress right now, so not too much on it. But as the business itself gets bigger, I'm gonna start putting more stuff on there. So definitely contact me on there if anything, or just DM me on any social media.
You got an email?
Email SaratogaStarkz@gmail.com. Everything.
Yeah,
gotta keep it.
I feel you. Well, I appreciate you coming through the show, bro.
Yes, man. Yes, much love. I appreciate you having me on.
Of course, man. Y'all showing man some love. Appreciate y'all for watching. Peace.
All movie in the middle, real hip hop influential. Now it's like a good book, spit a couple